Good morning, Patriots! Yeah! Let's brew some tea! Yeah! Don stepped aside, so let me briefly introduce myself. I am the Southern California Tax Revolt Coalition blog master. I am your blogging queen. And I'm hoping today to tell a story that will resonate around the country. No to higher taxes, no to wasteful spending, no to lying, self-serving politicians! Now, the last time we had this Tea Party, February 27th, along the Star of India, I recognize some of you from that event. Yeah, it was a good one. I called on people to carry on the Tea Party by being a citizen journalist. Apparently that idea was so good, it was picked up by the Huffington Post, who's requesting citizen journalist reports. So I'm taking a lot of notes today, and I'm going to be spreading the word. Today's message, a little bit more serious, because we, as Californians, are on the front lines of the battle on this Tea Party movement. We have a special election May 19th that is going to send a word around the country as to how pissed off we are about tax increases being the solution to every problem a politician has to, all they do is focus on their politically connected friends and their special interest groups, and the only people who don't seem to have a political connection are the taxpayers funding them. So we have a few speakers following me who will guide us through the wonderful language and complexities that are the propositions on the May 19th ballot. So I'm going to turn now to our tax revolt targets, Barney and Arnold. And now, before I do that, I'd like to go back to the wisdom of our forefathers. When Benjamin Franklin signed the Declaration of Independence, he said, "Gentlemen, we must all hang together, or assuredly we will all hang separately." What did he mean by that? See this lovely dollar bill? I had a lot more of these before Sacramento decided to increase our taxes. And I like them. Him and his cousins, George, Abe, Ben. I really like them. And I want to grow them and I want to invest them. Now, a dollar bill does not care if it is owned by a Democrat.
That's right.
It works just fine when paid for by a Republican. Constitution, libertarian, American independent. Yes, it doesn't matter. We need to join together and unite to fight the waste that has become the federal government. Now, back in the colonial day, they had tars, feather, and tea. We have paper mache. So I hope y'all spend a few dollars and get a chance to whack Barney and Arnold. Because I think if they were around today, what they would say is the politicians are trying to divide us to better guide us. No, they're trying to divide us along class lines. They're trying to divide us, corporate versus working. They're trying to divide us by race, by creed, by color, by sex, by orientation, by any other division, to pit us against our brothers and sisters. And then move us and guide us to fulfill their career self-interest and their special needs. No, done. No more.
No more.
And no way, I'm here to say, no way to class warfare. All right, now I'd like to talk about the divider and the guider. The divider, Barney Frank, and the guider, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, a media guru said, "But Leslie, why are you making Barney a tax revolt target? He's not a Californian. Services Committee, having a direct responsibility for the TARP bailout bill of the banks, for the pork-filled budget that just got passed. And then he had the audacity and the nerve to target private citizens in the kabuki theater that was the congressional hearing, where he demanded the names of private citizens who did nothing more than meet their contractual obligations.
Throw him out!
And do you know what happened as a result? He ginned up so much bad will that he had people from the Association of Community Organizers for Reform Now, better known to us as ACORN, federally funded, using our tax dollars to hire a bus to go to the houses of those private citizens, dividing us. Class warfare doesn't work. And you know what the real kicker is? Barney got a bonus. He got a bonus from AIG to the tune of $40,000 for his congressional campaign. Who wants to whack Barney? Let's turn a little bit more locally, shall we? And take a look at our dear Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's a thief!
Arnold's a weenie!
Yes, our environmentally sensitive, compassionate governor.
Deport him!
You know, I got to tell you, I'm feeling a little like Sarah Connor in The Terminator. Running, trying to protect my son and my future from a tax and spend Terminator. Now, it seems that our dear governor was for tax cuts before he was against them. And the sad thing was, he was joined by 3 California senators and 3 California assemblymen who were put there in place to defend us against tax increases.
Recall!
Recall, repeal, revoke.
Right.
Or refuse, because these people need to be taken out with the garbage. Okay.
Out with the garbage!
Now I want to just take a few moments to give a shout out to these senators and assemblymen. Senator Abel Mondolado, Senator Dave Cogdill, Senator Roy Ashburn, and then our new star, Assemblyman Anthony Adams. Adams apparently has a very successful recall campaign going. Get on the John and Ken Show website. They'll direct you to it. Also, there's a few other websites we link to on our SoCalTaxRevolt.org website. That recall effort is very dynamic and is farthest ahead, so focus your attention there.
Heads on a stick!
Heads on a stick, yes! Assemblyman Mike Malines! Assemblyman Roger Nilo! Tell your friends, tell your neighbor, you see one of these people's name on the ballot, what you gonna do? Just say no! Now, Arnold is trying to guide us into voting for Proposition 1A. He had $1 million that he funneled into the Say Yes to 1A campaign, which focuses on the spending cap, does not mention the 2-year tax extension, does not mention its Rider 1B will raid the rainy day fund to pay out the teachers union. Again, get registered, get voting, and let's say no on May 19th to tax increases.